is Big Sky Live.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Big Sky Live. I'm Tara Brower.
And I'm Mary Louise Brummett. There have been a lot of things going through the halls of Big Sky since our last show in December.
For example, the Grizzly Dip fundraiser. So we'll be giving you a little overview of the past events that have been happening at Big Sky later on in our show called the Big Sky Wrap.
For now, we have Brandon informing everyone about the intramural programs that are available for students at lunch.
These intramural programs include everything from traditional basketball to the latest crave with Dance Dance Revolution.
At lunch, including Dance Dance Revolution. The Intramurals program is an excellent addition to Big Sky's already extremely successful athletics department. Thanks to the program, students now have almost endless opportunities to come in at lunch, exercise, and just have an all-around great time with some of their favorite teachers.
I've been involved in intramural sports since freshman year. There's usually about 20 or 30 kids in the gym. They have some tournaments in March, and there's about 7 teams, and it's just a tournament, and if you win, you advance. It's better than just sitting around.
I think any place for kids to come during lunch is a good place. The kids come down and play. I wander around and visit with everybody. I've gotten to meet some kids who, I normally didn't.
The program is simply organized and chaperoned by active teachers in the administration, although it's the students that really make it happen.
Upon what kids are more interested in. Like when we look at the new gym today, it's nothing that we really started. It was what kids actually were interested in and what they wanted to do. And really that's what should generate what kind of programs we're offering, as long as they're safe and allow the maximum number of kids to participate.
So the next time you're standing around at lunch, bored with nothing to do, maybe consider dropping by the gym and checking out Big Sky's intramural sports program.
Thanks, Brandon. That was great. Right now we have a special guest, Scott Matthews, who is here to tell us about the annual Diversity Week that is happening next week at Big Sky. Scott is a flagship coordinator and advisor of Respect Club, who is putting on Diversity Week.
Almost all students participate in this event. Its purpose is to expose students to different cultures, lifestyles, and thinking. Let's go to Tyler.
Hi, I'm Tyler Putnam, here with Scott Matthews, Director of the Flagship Program at Big Sky High School and advisor to the Respect Club. Respect Club holds an annual Diversity Week every year. Scott's here to talk about these events. So Scott, what are the objectives of Diversity Week?
We're just trying to highlight some of the diversity that exists at Big Sky in Missoula and around the world, and we've got perspectives that are liberal, conservative, foreign, domestic. We try and cover as much as we can in the 34 presentations that we put on.
What can you tell me about these presentations?
Just a short rundown of what we've got this year. We've got the opening ceremony. We're going to have local comedian Michael Beers. We're really excited about that, and some Hmong dancers. Big Sky Indian Club will perform this year. We have a non-traditional jobs panel, National Coalition Building Institute workshops, films from the Big Sky Documentary Film Festival, speakers that represent different religions, 10 different countries, disabilities, sexual orientations. We have violence prevention workshops, soldiers from Iraq and the Afghanistan wars, a conscientious objector, terrorism expert, a play from the award-winning Big Sky Drama Department, and a panel of Big Sky students who are going to speak about discrimination.
And what presentations tend to be the most popular?
You know, this year they're all really popular. We've had a great response from the faculty in terms of bringing their classes to the presentations, so there's not really anything that stands out, although the films from the Documentary Film Festival are always really popular. It's just been great that we've been able to have a partnership with them. Those usually fill up in the auditorium right away. I mean, we've got things that are coming in from the Sundance Film Festival just a couple weeks ago, so it's pretty exciting to have that partnership.
And who's Michael Beers?
Michael Beers is a local comedian. I believe he graduated from Hellgate, and he is now performing all over the country, and his professional career is really about to take off, and he's done really well in the competitions that he's participated in, and so we got really lucky this year in that he had time to come out and work at our opening ceremony.
And how much time and effort was put into this year's presentations?
It's a lot of time and effort. We usually start planning it in January, and then you just have to try and find the presenters that are locally. Of course, we have people coming in from out of town because we have the directors from the film festival, which they're from all over the world. So it's just a lot of coordination of schedules and rooms that you can put the presentations into. So in terms of an actual number of hours, let's just say it's a lot. So.
And how much money would you say usually goes into putting on Diversity Week?
You know, Diversity Week operates on a shoestring budget every year. I think we try to bring it in for under $500 every year, which when you consider the number of hours of presentations that we're offering, we're really at the mercy of our presenters coming in and donating their time because we don't have a big budget, but I think it comes off pretty well for the budget that we have. So.
Sweet. All right, well, I'll be looking forward to Diversity Week, and thanks for coming out.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing you there.
Sweet.
Thanks, Scott, for coming today. That really cleared up a lot for me.
Yeah, Diversity Week sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. Those film festival videos sound really cool.
Yeah, they do.
Next on the agenda is another interesting Wittenberg factor.
This time, Tyler is going over his top 5 political, or maybe not so political, moments of 2005.
Yeah, you never know what Tyler's going to do.
Let's check it out.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Wittenberg Factor here in our spin-tight studio. Well, people, new year, new suit, new top 5 moments. That's right, it's time for the top 5 moments of 2005. Number 5, the Cindy Sheehan incident. Even after months, I can't get her touching story out of my head. It was a real tearjerker when her son was killed in Iraq and she protested outside of President Bush's ranch. I think the most tear-jerking part of it, though, was how she'd been an outspoken liberal who criticized the war long before her son was killed. Yes, nothing says I love you like using the death of a loved one to spread your political views. Number 4, the execution of Stanley Williams. Here this man murdered 4 people, and the libs were trying to get Governor Schwarzenegger to let him live because he wrote children's books. The governor didn't, so they've been calling him the Terminator ever since. Now, is that really a way to get to somebody? He's the Terminator. He's been the Terminator since 1984. Do you really think you're gonna get to him by using a nickname he's had for 22 years? And secondly, Tookie Williams was a scumbag! See, that's the liberal mentality. Someone can murder 4 people, and they think we should rehabilitate him. It's too bad he didn't kill 20 people. We could have given him the Nobel Peace Prize. The reaction to Tookie's execution is proof that liberalism is the cancer of mental illnesses. Number 3, President Bush's naming of the Chief Justice. President Bush picked Harriet Miers, a moderate woman with no experience who was just a personal friend of his family, to head the judicial branch. As can be expected, people got angry. People who voted for Bush felt betrayed by him picking a moderate, and everyone else hated the idea of a woman who knew about as much about being a justice as, well, a ceiling fan. She was rejected, Now, did he plan this whole thing so he'd get a conservative on the bench easier? Honestly, I don't think he's that clever. Number 2, Bush's dwindling approval ratings. In January 2005, President Bush started with a 49% approval rating, which is pretty low. But from there, it continued to plummet until October, when he dropped to 35%. I was annoyed every time his rating dropped. Not because people didn't like Bush. I'm a conservative, not a Bush bot. What annoyed me was every time he dropped, some dumb liberal would say, "Ha ha ha! He's the lowest rated ever now! Yeah!" Truthfully, Bush dropped to 35%. That is ridiculously and deservingly low. But he was 12 percentage points away from the lowest, which was Harry Truman with 23%. Lately, his rating has been climbing. Why? I don't know. Maybe he's been doing something good I don't know about. Because if he has been, I sure don't know about it. Number 1, the election of the new pope. Now let me explain a few things to you about the Catholic Church in case you didn't know. There was a council that started in 1961 called Vatican II. Now the idea was to make changes like fix things we know now to be true, like the earth revolving around the sun. But too many changes were made, and the church became very lax in keeping with its roots. So much that masses like these started up. Pope John Paul II didn't do as much as he should have about this stuff, and it was allowed to go on. But the new Pope, Benedict XVI, has been cracking down on these heretics. And that's good. Well, my friends, that's all the time we have. I'm Tyler Wittenberg, and The Spin is that-a-way.
They're funny and informative. Next, we would like to go to a commercial break. Recently, there have been many problems with meth in Montana teens. To expose people to what effects it has made, meth commercials and advertisements have been made. Most of them have been very disturbing. To lighten the mood, we made a spoof of these campaign commercials. As you know, Krispy Kreme has just recently come to Missoula, and it's impossible to have just one donut. Let's check out how addicting Krispy Kremes can really be.
Guys, where are we? Dude, we tried Krispy Kremes last weekend. You did what?
Yeah! Yo, you gotta try this stuff, man!
Oh, I don't know,
Get you
guys.
messed up!
Well, let's go check it out.
We're not worthy! I got some stuff, man!
You guys sure about this?
Let me try this.
Okay, guys. I'm only gonna eat a Krispy Kreme donut once. This is really good. I'm only gonna inhale these Krispy Kreme donuts once. I'm not gonna hit him like that guy. I'm only gonna beg for Krispy Kreme donuts once.
One thing Big Sky is known for is their diverse clubs. There are over 20 clubs in the flagship program alone that Big Sky students can get involved with. These clubs are a great opportunity for students to get involved with the community or just have fun. This show, we're gonna highlight art club. This is where students who are experienced or inexperienced.
Club is full of great people, and they're making hemp necklaces to raise money for an art show that will be premiering in sometime in March.
Now we're putting together a fundraiser to support our trip to Portland or Seattle maybe, and we're making hemp necklaces or macrame. A lot of spontaneous people in our art club, and we're really fun to be around with, and we also help our community out.
Here is the art club president to explain a little about the hemp necklaces.
Some jewelry, necklaces, bracelets, and hopefully get into some coffee cups, mugs, and ceramics, and eventually once a year have a show of our work. And that's the art aspect of this. In addition, we're trying to put on a fundraiser, a dessert show, and this is quite the entrepreneurial spirit going on here of everybody getting their ideas together.
3.
Wait, one?
For more information on the hemp necklaces in the art show, go to room 11.
Guys, that was great.
Not only is Big Sky known for its clubs, it's also known for its huge selection of elective classes. Today, Lance and Tyler are going to highlight one of Big Sky's more special classes.
The Exceptionalities class pairs regular ed students with special ed students so they can learn to support and become advocates for their special ed students.
The journalism boys interviewed YN Northrop, the special ed teacher at Big Sky, about this class.
Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Brady Sullivan here for Big Sky Live. Students around the halls of Big Sky are very interested in the Exceptionalities program. We spoke with YN Northrop, who's been
available for students to register in the spring before. So when I first started the Exceptionalities program, I went and I begged kids in study hall to try it, and I had 4 kids that I took out of study hall, 4 students in Exceptionalities that very first semester when I first got here, and now we have to turn people away. Exceptionalities, I think we named it Exceptionalities just because it was something away from the normal, and it gives a chance, students, it gives mainstream or regular ed students a chance to learn about kids with disabilities. The biggest part of the program is that they learn to be friends and advocates for the students with disabilities and role models. We teach replacement classes like math, English, personal social, adaptive PE, and then they also help job coach them. They take them to Voc jobs all over the school.
In life, kids with disabilities don't always get the same chances we do, but thanks to Big Sky's Exceptionalities program, they do. This is Ty Owens. Stay classy, Big Sky.
Thanks, boys. That was great.
We briefly talked about the flagship program earlier and the importance it has for students and the advantages it offers for students to join.
However, Brittany and Chrissy talked to Scott Matthews, who was on the show earlier, and some of the benefits and clubs of the flagship program. Let's take a look.
Many different varieties of activities include Connection Cruise, which is students organizing freshman orientation, Snow Riders, which is a ski and snowboarding trip, Exchange Student, which is students from all over the world coming to Missoula to live with other students, and bowling, plus many more.
Big Sky High School Snow Riders Club this year, and I like Flagship and Ski Club because you get to ski for free, and it's something to do with your friends after school.
200 to 300 students participate in at least one activity. Any grade or age is eligible of joining Flagship. There are 9 schools in Missoula alone with Flagship programs, but
I think Flagship is a great way for you to meet other people here in school, especially if you're coming into school as a freshman and you've got 6 feeder schools coming in, and so it's a good way to meet the other people in your class as well as the upperclassmen. There's a lot of great activities that you can be involved with, good trips.
Flagship is a limited program for students, so sign up now. Thank you. I'm Brittany East here at Big Sky High.
Because we haven't had a show since December, Mary Louise and I put together a Big Sky wrap of recent events that have happened at our school. This week is FFA week at Big Sky. A recent graduate from Big Sky has just been diagnosed with liver cancer, so efforts have been combined to hold a very unique fundraiser. Big Sky students are voting with money for who they want to see kiss an FFA pig. The kissing ceremony will be held the last day of Diversity Week. It seems most bets are for Mr. Fortman, our vice principal.
Another upcoming event at Big Sky is the annual Diversity Week, which you heard about in the earlier show with Scott Matthews, our flagship advisor.
More recently, last night, Stephanie Seawald, the Key Club president and school board trustee, had a meeting with the school board to announce Key Club's Snowball Dance, which is a citywide dance, so all high schools can attend. This will be held Sunday from 8 to 11.
Another popular event at Big Sky is the slam poetry readings. They have really been a big hit with a diverse group of students, and the Erie class is holding yet another. There's a slam poetry reading at the Wilma Theater on the 27th at 7 o'clock. Everyone should go. The last one was great.
Excuse me there, but I believe I have a poem. Yeah, that's right. I'm involved in the slam poetry, and I think it's great. Everybody, you could be sitting in your little home with a little poem. But what you should really do... I dropped my mic. What you should really do is you should stay home. I mean, you know, you shouldn't stay home. What you should really do is you should come and share a poem. You know what I mean? I mean, there's going to be all these people there sharing poems, and when you're done with the poem, you get to go home. So you two should really come. I mean, that's my poem. I mean, it's not exactly a great poem, but that's why they call it slam poetry, because you can just slam the words down. Anyway, I'm going to leave now.
Thank you, Tyler.
Yeah, okay. Slams are open mic events, so anyone can read. However, it's been requested that you show up half an hour early. Also, if you're interested readers need to brush up on your poetry skills, Miss Evans is holding slam workshops at lunch tomorrow.
Also in recent events, Big Sky students won the Grizzly Dip by raising the most money out of all Missoula high schools. This event is not only popular because you get to see people jump in freezing water, but also because the proceeds all go towards the Special Olympics. Big Sky raised the most money, which amounted to over $3,318.
Boys basketball seems to be getting back on track with a big win against Helena Capital, who they are tied in the rankings with for 4th place. On the other side, girls basketball keeps their records going with also another win against Helena Capital. Leading the team to 2nd place in the rankings is senior Julie Christensen and freshman Jocelyn Tinkle. The girls' goal for their season is to beat out Sentinel for 1st place in their conference.
So that concludes our Big Sky Wrap and our show. Thank you for watching and tune in next time.
Have a great